Hey everyone, and welcome to this deep dive where we're going to be taking a closer look at something I think a lot of us have had some experience with, toxic relationships.
For sure.
Whether it's personally or maybe you've seen it with a friend or family member. It's something that a lot of people are interested in. And the sources that you sent me today, there's a lot of stuff in here. So hopefully we can kind of break it down and make it make sense for everyone listening.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things that, it can be a little tricky to define, right? Like,
Yeah.
what exactly makes a relationship toxic?
Right.
And I think the sources do a good job of kind of pulling out some of those common threads.
Yeah, for sure. And one of the things that really struck me early on was this idea that, we tend to think of toxic relationships as like, big blow-ups and constant drama.
Yeah, like the stereotypical Jerry Springer kind of thing, right?
Exactly. But the sources really emphasize that it's often much more insidious than that. It's like these subtle behaviors that kind of chip away at your self-worth over time.
It's like death by 1,000 paper cuts,
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And one specific example that jumped out at me was this idea of like constant criticism disguised as helpful advice.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Have you ever experienced that where someone's always kind of nitpicking or making these backhanded compliments,
All the time.
but they frame it as, oh, I'm just trying to help you improve?
Right, exactly. Like they have your best interests at heart.
Right, but it ends up making you feel so like small and insecure.
Totally. And I think one of the sources actually gave a really good example of this.
Oh yeah, what was it?
It was like, imagine your partner constantly commenting on your career choices.
Oh yeah.
Subtly suggesting that you're not ambitious enough or making you question your own path. And on the surface, it might seem like they're just offering guidance.
Like they're trying to be supportive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But the underlying message is one of like doubt and control,
It's so true. It's like they're not really trying to support you. They're trying to kind of mold you into what they want you to be.
Right. And I think that can be really damaging in the long run.
Absolutely. And speaking of things left unsaid, another source talked about the damage that can be caused by a partner who consistently dismisses your feelings or avoids open communication.
Oh, yeah, that's a huge one.
Like they might shut down conversations or stonewall you or just refuse to engage in any meaningful way.
Right. It's like they're emotionally unavailable.
Exactly. And is that a form of toxicity, even if it's not like outright yelling or aggression?
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
Right.
think about it. Like, if you're constantly having your feelings dismissed, or you feel like you can't talk to your partner about important things,
You feel unheard.
yeah, you're going to start to feel unheard, unseen, and ultimately really alone in that relationship.
And that's incredibly damaging over time.
For sure.
And one thing that really made me stop and think was that one of the sources suggested that recognizing these patterns in ourselves is just as important as recognizing them in others.
Oh, totally. I mean, we all have our own baggage, right? And our own patterns that we bring into relationships, sometimes without even realizing it.
Like we have these blind spots.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so, the source was saying that being able to kind of step back and look at our own behavior and say, hey, am I contributing to this toxic dynamic in any way?
It's a tough question to ask.
It is. It's not always easy to be self-aware like that,
Right?
but it's so important for growth,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because if we can recognize those patterns in ourselves, then we can start to change them and build healthier relationships.
Right. And it's not about blaming ourselves or anything like that. It's
Yeah.
just about being honest with ourselves and saying, okay, what can I do differently?
Exactly. And I think that's a really powerful message.
Yeah, I agree.
So, I think we've covered a lot of ground here today.
Yeah.
And I hope this deep dive has given everyone listening some valuable insights into what makes a relationship toxic and how to spot those red flags.
Yeah, definitely. And it's important to remember that you deserve to be in relationships that make you feel good about yourself, that uplift you and empower you.
Right? Not relationships that tear you down or make you feel small.
Exactly. And if you are finding yourself in a situation that feels toxic or unhealthy,
Please reach out for help.
yeah, there are resources available and you don't have to go through this alone.
And sometimes it can be tough to recognize these patterns in the moment.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So, if you're having any doubts or concerns, it's always a good idea to talk to someone you trust, whether that's a friend, a family member, or a therapist.
Absolutely.
And one thing that we didn't really get to talk about today, but that I think is worth mentioning,
Yeah.
is the idea that sometimes, even when, a relationship is toxic, it can be incredibly hard to leave.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
There are all sorts of reasons why people might stay in toxic relationships.
Yeah.
fear of being alone, financial dependence, emotional attachment.
It's complex.
It is. And so I just want to say to anyone out there who's struggling with that you're not alone.
Right.
And it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to take your time and figure out what's best for you.
And to remember that you are strong enough to get through this.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So on that note, I think we'll wrap things up here. But thank you so much for joining us for this deep dive.
Yeah.
And remember, recognizing the signs of a toxic relationship is the first step towards creating a healthier and happier life.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
All right, everyone, take care.
See ya.